Hi there and welcome to my channel. This is Kate in the nest, her happy place in Australia, and saying it is so great to have you with me. I am so excited for so many reasons, and one of them is that it's a celebration time of this community, how we support each other, and how I have been so blessed to be able to share my stitching and making with you, and in return hear what you're making and stitching, and let's all celebrate together. So today is an update on my vessels for the Journal of Stitchery. I've set myself a goal that by the weekend I would love to take you through the bits of prompt 5 that I've done. So I'm not going to recap, you know better than I. So it's nearly the end of June, it's Wednesday here, I've had a big day, but let's talk about what's in the nest. And it is actually 4 nests, 2 pincushions and 1 covered basket so far. So today I would like to just talk about how wonderful this challenge is proving to be for me. Totally addictive. So I have my original neutral nest. Look at this, it's so versatile. I've just been carrying this around and working on it when I feel I want to do natural and neutral. So that's vessel 1, and this is vessel 1, 2, 3, 4. This is vessel 4. So this is 1 and 4. And I suppose in terms of evolution, we should be seeing some new things happening in the bigger one. And I think we are. So we're going to come back to that in a minute. See, they just crunkle up and can go onto the side. And this is Nest Within a Nest, Joy Upon Joys. So this is vessel 2 and vessel 3. And 3 has ended up being the very biggest one. And I want to do some work on that. But first of all, I want to share some special things. I was remembering that I always loved when I was watching Play School the treasure box or the mystery box, and it was opened and we'd sort of get a hint of what we were going to look at today. So that's what I'm doing right now. So in here is my little pincushion, which I'm loving. I took it up. So I've been up in Sydney with my mum today. I'll come back to that in a minute. Pink scissors went. During the week, I made a purchase off Marketplace of this incredible, I think it's Hungarian embroidery. I'm not going to touch that. I'm just going to keep that because I think accidentally I have been channeling those exact colors in these nests. And when I saw it, I thought I just have to purchase that. So that's inspiration. I have found some cross stitch that I bought way back at the sewing basket, and I'm loving these oranges. And I've got some sparkly little dots from my friend from Green Door. So I'm taking this nest away because this is the one that we're going to work on, but I've got all my inspiration in there. So we're about to start stitching, but as I said, I was with my mum today. I found her a nice little coffee place because it's the first time she's been out in weeks. She's recovering from pneumonia and finished her antibiotics, so that was very, very special. But at the end, in true mum style, she's so excited, and we're sharing this new journey. She said, Katie, I think you need this. And I said, what is it, Mum? And she said, I used to do this on the train before I lived closer. And I said, what is it? And it turns out, this is our emerging relationship. I never knew that my mum made these things. And I said, Mum, what do you call them? She said, I don't call them anything. I said, well, I think people call them yo-yos now, or Suffolk puffs. And she said, oh, we didn't know that. So I opened it, and in there was this incredible piece. So it's like a 3-dimensional flower, layer upon layer. I didn't ask her how she made it, but I just know that that's going to belong in this nest, and a tiny pink Suffolk yo-yo, whatever. Okay, so they will be treasured. And then when I came home, I opened up, and I don't know whether she knows about Rachel and Sarah's next prompt, but she does machine embroidery And this was just in the bag that she gave me. So I'm not sure what we're going to have to do with our next volume 6, but it's about seasons. We don't have squirrels in Australia, but there's a beautiful bird and flowers. And so, Mum, whether you knew it or not, thank you, you've already provided me some inspiration. So I want to do a little bit of work on this nest. I'm not sure where I was up to. I think did I have it sewn together? I'm not sure. Doesn't matter. But this is the fiesta of a crazy garden. Kate's most flowers ever with wild stitching. I'm just going over and over and over things. And I will tie it. I found a little doily with those on. It was worn out, but I just love that pop of blue there. Big red flower down there. And what else was I going to show? Oh, yes. On the weekend, when I made my crocheting video, did I do this flower? I think I did. And so I thought, okay, I love my work being a reflection of where I am up to now. So that's why we're going to put Mum's flower straight away, so I will always remember this session. So when I made this flower, I have another one in my new needlebook, but I thought let's put that on, and I've used Judy's mustard with 3 French knots. I've never used that thick a cotton, and I thought that worked out really well. So all sorts of stories coming together. Still too much of this yellow popping, but it's really getting together. In the middle, I tried to do what I did. Remember this one? I put a whole doily, and I thought, okay, what if I do a whole little doily too? This is another one I bought from the lady, but I haven't cut it. I just wanted to honor it. But for me, gee, it looked too neat. So I'm gradually just going around the edges, and I'm going to grow a garden all the way around that. And I haven't done anything. Oh yeah, I have. I've forgotten that. With the bottom, except some of my shaggy crochet. Look, it's just a puzzle that Kate puts together. I've used the inside for that, and the edge of that there. I'd forgotten that, but gee, that makes me happy. Gives me a giggle, and that's what we need in our life. Okay, so Kate, settle down. You, everyone, each one of you have been so kind to me. I, reached a landmark subby subscription yesterday, and I talked about that on my journaling video, and then since then so many people have been reaching out and adding more nice things. So all I wanted to do, because I was encouraged by beautiful makers, was to just stitch along and try and be part of this community. So let's get going. Kate gets a little bit carried away and a bit emotional at the moment because I've never been surrounded with such kindness, and for that reason you've probably seen me pull the needle, then I thread it out, yes, multiple times. Okay, so I'm sitting down now, and I'll test that my hands are in the right place. So what I want to do is, I think these crochet flowers are a little bit bold, so I want to harvest some of these orange stitches, beautifully done. And remember, this was in the sewing basket. Someone has painstakingly, well, that's not going to tear on this, and whatever the story behind, it has ended up in the sewing basket to be given new life by someone else. And I think by sharing these little bits with all you, it's even more of a celebration. So yet again, I've been dribbling on with excitement. How are you? How's Wednesday been? If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, and how's Wednesday looking or for you? You know me and my time, I'm getting mixed up. All I know is that this time next week, no, the week after, 2 weeks time, I probably won't be filming because I'll be overseas doing some work again. So that is exciting for me. And how fortunate to leave a little bit of winter behind. Okay, I think that will do. I'll trim a tiny bit more off. These nests are actually really good for catching your scraps. So I have literally been at night having a couple of nests on my lap and the others beside me. And I know some of you have been sharing that you finished yours, or you're starting, or at all different points. Okay, I'm just going to check that. Yep, you can see that. So look at that. I like this interplay that will be covered in oranges. So my idea is the garden, and it's probably like a wildflower garden, and like the way I like my gardens to look, as if it's just happened by accident. So I'm just going to do a overstitch, I suppose you call it, around, so not going into the other layers, it's just like the center of this crochet flower. Sorry, something was knocking there. And I am going to be doing some more crocheted flowers, so dreaming of them. Been very busy though, but it's nothing like working to a deadline, because I think I need to be, as I said, closed off on this prompt. I mean, I will never stop adding layers, I don't think, to these nests and making nests, but in terms of this challenge or prompt or whatever we want to call it, I need to say it's done so that I can get my things organized to take away. So there'll be some other sharing, like what will I, Rachel and Sarah, I can't wait to hear, because I've got to pack a bag and leave enough, and get ready. And I was about to say leave enough room. Last time I took a checked-in bag, and that proved to be, I usually only go carry on, and I do the check-in, and I will never do that again. So I've got to really think about my packing so that I can fit my stitching in with me. Oh, and I haven't even taken my usual time to do just some cantha. I would love to do that. Maybe we'll finish with that. Who knows? So there's the raggedy crochet flower, and now I want to go into the center, so I'm just going to sort of pop down there, go under when you can't see it, and let's make this a center and fill it up with French knots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm getting bolder because these will be higher. Of course, the usual. My mum did say, okay, what about a thimble? And I think I might try that, but I've forgotten. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Needle is sliding into the blanket. I have to say, now that I have, done this work on a blanket, I don't think I can ever go back to wadding or something else. Like the joy, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of every single stitch on the blanket is wonderful. There we are. So the variegation, let's squash some more. I want some more pink. It's come out the little bit grey there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You might notice I haven't, this isn't sewn down because I like to leave room to pop something underneath it. It's not a very nice one. And one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's push it into the center. Oh, we have a total mess. It's always the way, isn't it? Start to get confident and go faster, and then, yikesy, what have I done? Oh, yep, good pull. There we are. All right, so this area up here needs some colour. Where am I going to put this? Oh, I think it belongs over here. It's speckly, a bit of grey. Got to find a place for that. Let's just do an audition. So maybe this is joining to that flower. It's got the purple tones here, and as I said, we would never have planned to be putting that there, but it happened today, and it's a memory piece. So let's just work our way around to there. Was I going to put anything? I was thinking, it's interesting, I'm deciding to cover more and more of this yellow in the center up, so it really is just a chaos of flowers and trims. So let's not make a trip in vain around to that side. Yes, I'm just deliberately letting a little bit of that scallop there show. Sorry if it's getting dark, because it is getting dark. Mum and I had such a lovely time reminiscing, and we even got down to talking about our favourite pin cushions. And I remember buying her one when I was in primary school from the Mother's Day stall that was a red velvet heart with lace, and I really wanted it, I think, for myself. Do you do that when you're buying gifts? You think, but you know, she loved it, and we thought that that's long gone now, but it was just lovely to reminisce. So when we started thinking about, you know, where do we learn these skills? And I do remember that one of you on the weekend was telling me, you know, memories of crocheting, and some of you were taught, some of you are teaching your children. Like, it's a lovely question to just reminisce on, isn't it? How did you learn to stitch? Have you always stitched? What inspired you to be a quilter? All of those sorts of things can go through your mind when you are making. So again, I'm just trying to pick up the edges of this. I'm doing, really, it's like an overstitch, nothing fancy at all. And I'm thinking I might be able to find a beautiful embroidery flower to go in the middle there. I'm looking around, I haven't got what I'm thinking of with me. It's proving tough. I probably should have thought about pinning, but the gathering of the layers is actually part of the joy for me. Oops, gone through that layer too much. I've accidentally covered up my purple flower a little bit too much. Might be a peekaboo flower. I'm not going to go around anymore because that might move. That's why I've the pins. It might have been more successful. Not to worry. We'll just anchor it down in case it stays. Pull the thread out to the other side and see where we are. Oh, we're right in the bottom, of course. So we'll just pull that. Oh, that's that pretty pink. Okay, so this is going to be reversible as well. So let's have a look from the other side. So, oh, okay, that was Kate getting carried away, wasn't it? Because if I go down like this, it needs not to be on the bottom. But there we are. That's been an adventure. So for now, I'll put think ahead. See, that's when you don't think ahead, some funny things happen. There's a little bit of blanket in there. Trim and tuck down. Okay, so let's put the Fiesta to the side for a minute. And I've got a little of that love. We'll put our pink scissors in there. And just give you a quick update on, look at that, love that too, a bit of my journaling. This vessel was number 1, and it truly was the nest, and look at that, I'm just finding that that's the perfect size to hold in your hand. And then this is one I began that you won't have seen put together. So I won't say embryonic, but just a quick review. I used linen embroidery that hadn't been stitched at all, and it's beautiful and soft. I love these curves, and my idea is I'll embroider. And this one, I decided to be a little bit more, I had a lot more background material laid down on this one. So here I've just been literally starting in one place and going somewhere else. Does that make sense? And when I feel like it, just putting something down and knowing that I've got to work out how to bridge them together. So that's what we're going to do now. There's my matching pin cushion. It really is so much fun. I've gathered, yeah, I thought I've got that there. What was I thinking? Okay, I was thinking that I quite like pieces that stick up, and I haven't got them sticking up from the outside. That's right. So let's start working a little area. It's crochet to crochet, maybe here. Yep. See, I'm going into the zone. I love this crochet. I've been using it in my journals and stitching it on the side, and it is just the most beautiful. This is the edging of again, a bargain tablecloth, but I particularly love the quality of this one. It's really heavy cotton. Okay, so we'll leave that hangy bit up there. So this is really just a running stitch that you can't particularly see. So hopefully this is showing you that you can do both, and when the colour gets too much, fast forward to the naturals. Or if you're a natural person, stay in your happy place. Or add it to your list. I love how that has accidentally turned into a flower, and I'm going to do a little bit of mustard in a minute. So what I'm thinking is I'd like a little bit of, obviously this is a hanky that was torn, and I want to sort of bridge the gap, or or have a single flower that leads down to that. So I'm now having crochet flowers and embroidery flowers. So just echoing those curves so that I can do a little bit of stitching, and then over the top. All right, where are you, Kate, with this? Oh, you're up there, so that's handy. A little bit of mustard poking through. Can I do this? Yeah, quickly, so that we can do a little pop of mustard before we finish. I'd love to. Oops. I do think it's amazing how our stitching can just make us so happy, and I can go from one thing to another and get equal joy and never get bored. And if I feel like, so I've been very much doing my neutrals in my journals this week, and even covered up some coloured flowers, which I found surprising to myself, but they were just not speaking to me the right way. And then, but when I do, okay, I'm just thinking, it's a lovely little scalloped end under there. So let's cut this. Did I bring this back from the States? Who knows? So I'm way up there, Kate. How are you going to get down? Let's do another row. Could you do something fancy? No, I'll just go around again. If I was in a different colour, I would. And I do, again, need to apologise. I've been on the road quite a bit and haven't had my usual time at lunchtimes where I sit down and answer my comments. So I'm home tomorrow, so that's my goal. So please know that I read every single one. I just haven't written back yet. Are we in too much shadow? No, you can see. I feel so lucky to have all these bits and pieces in my hands. Treasures. In a way, I don't want to finish them because I love doing it so much and sharing with you. But I am sure we will love prompt 6 just as much. My mind is going everywhere about how that will all work, and prompts for the seasons, I think. You might say, Kate, you're covering up that flower underneath. I am, but we'll make a little tuck, so it makes it like a little frill, and then we'll come, and as I said, I'm going to do lots and lots of crochet flowers of my own and embed them. So that's me as well. Anytime there's a hole in the lace or the crochet, just zip across. There we are. I've still got some cotton left, so some thread I mean. So I'll just do some stitches here, back across. It's not the easiest. To go through. Let's just go to there. And could we make a flower? Yes, we could. Just a daisy, what are they called? Lazy daisies? I don't know. But it's just a chain stitch. 1, 2, 3, 4. These are all the little bits that you might think, you know, they can't be seen very well, but I love the layering and that my fingers will feel that little hidden daisy there. Now, I'm going to leave that thread hanging because I want to do 3 more there, but just as the last thing, oh goodness me, I have decided that this mustard is going to be the thread that goes between so it's my linking thread, if you like, between my colourful work and my neutrals. So it's my pop in all this ecru and white. And what are we going to do with it? Okay, my heart is saying, let's do, and I'll come out through here. See, look at the back there with that texture. It's making me happy. Let's make some pokey, spokey flowers first. Fill in this gap. Mine are deliberately not even. Those of you who like them equal, please just know that even if I tried, I couldn't, so that's why they come out wonky. So I've just done a French knot in the centre. And then the wonkiness is so wonky that we'll do an extra little spoke. So I should call that an abstract flower. But I don't mind. All right, let's try for one over. Okay, then we'll go closer because it ends up showing on the back. I'll try a small one, smaller. I know the girls had it, well, I've been looking back at old videos and it sounded like they did one called like down the garden path or along the garden path, and when I'm doing this stitching, that's what's going through my head. I think, Kate, you are like meandering through a whale garden. That one was better. We'll do one more up here. So no French knot in that one to disguise the crazy centre. Okay, another smaller one. Oh, sorry everyone, that's my long, I haven't learnt that lesson. Here we are. One, two, three mustard flowers, and I'm going to go up here and because I've got broderie on glaze lace on my mind, I'm going to thread this mustard through these beautiful little holes here. This is the vintage apron that I bought back from the States, and I'm making these really long deliberately so that you can see them and they're uneven. And then that's going to bridge the gap around to where I've done these crosses. So that's probably, just looking up, that's probably enough. You've got the hang. All right, so let's just tuck the needle in there and I can just show you immediately the packing up process is so easy. Put all my bits that I'm thinking about in this story, in this nest, and that's that one. Colourful nest. I've nearly got everything in it. That's too big now, so I've used that. We'll put some of our cottons. There's my little pin cushion. Oh, I lost my flower pin cushion in the fun, but that's okay. Some flowers still to be used. Little pink book. Remember, I'm working on the needlebook to match, so I will share that with you. I'm devastated. I can't find my. Oh, there she is. That brings me so much joy. All right, there we go, everyone. I hope that's been some fun for you, just to watch and listen to Kate's crazy garden path, her neutral nest. So 4 nests, and hopefully the next time I share is with my the whole prompt 5, unless I can't stop, and we'll continue. Okay, I hope you're well. Have a great time. Thank you so much for being with me. It's Kate saying until next time, be well, be happy, and sending blessings. Bye.